You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. I love being black. That's right. I love being black. All right, people. We're going live tonight. We're going to wait on our audience to come in tonight to participate. And we want to talk about the teens trending. We want to talk about non citizens that are being able to become police officers. What is your thoughts? Oh, wow. Non citizens. That goes to show you if you're a non citizen, you don't belong here. All right. Y'all know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. Real talk. All right. I'm going to put out. All right. Come on in. Come on in. I see my YouTube family coming in. YouTube is coming in. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, YouTube family. YouTube family, come on in. If you're not on my YouTube, you can subscribe to my YouTube, Martin G. Johnson, Martin space G Johnson, Johnsson. All right, people, let's get to rolling tonight. We got a lot to talk about. I tell you, a lot to talk about. Man, looks like the young Moolies can get it right. Okay. Sandra Briggs. What's up, Sandra? Katie Brown, I see you. Wanda Webb. Good morning night show. Good Monday night show. Night, Martin. I'm sorry. Louis Ramsey. What's up, Louis? I tell you. Brother Mohammed, what's up? Peace and blessings. Yes. Billy Kinslow. That's right. I love being black. I love being black. You better believe it. Joyce Cannon, what's up? I love you too, sister. Treese Brown, all right. Candy Apple, Don Nicole, what's going on? LaCarrie Bakes, hey, Martin, they getting what they voted for. Don't be surprised. The governor doing this crap. Okay. Nathan, what's going on? Thank you for going live tonight. A lot has been going on, and our teens have not yet learned. Okay. Dawn Nicole. This is ridiculous. Kenan Nicole. Hey, Martin and everyone. Chocolate Deluxe. What's up? Trace Brown. A lot to talk about. We definitely have a lot to talk about. Marie Parker. I see they deleted Blakemore account. Wow. I didn't know that. Sheila McKenzie. What's going on, Sheila? See you. Chris Moore. It was awful the way that them teenagers were cussing and fighting. Awful. Okay. Hey, Martin. G. Hey, everyone. Black love. Black love. That's it, baby. Yvonne Manley, watching from Hammond. All right. All right, Miss Longmire. Letitia. I think I pronounced it right. Adam Cornelius. All right. J. Maul Harris. I bet one of them callers blamed the teen trends on no resources. Joyce Cannon, we love you. Yes, I love you guys too. I love being black. Katie
I
Brown.
love being black.
Carla D. Johnson. Sid Dobson. Is that Dwayne Clark? It said keep arresting them and send they AS to jail. Let them sit in the county jail for a week or two. Okay. Wanda Webb. All right. Every parent should have been made to come down to the police station and pick up their own child. Barbara Cooper, good evening, Martin. G Baby Players, let's go. Marie Parker, Keith Benton, Jay Harris, Jamal Harris. How many of these side pieces are going to make excuses for their kids? Okay. Dre Duh. Hey, Martin. Carla D is sad. Vicky, what's going on? Springfield here. Barbara Cooper. Lord, these children. Where are their parents? Dwayne Waller. Great topic. Carl McDale in the house. Chocolate Deluxe. Going to get the youth under control. Okay. All right. Darnell Chi-Town, saw you Sunday at the flea market. Okay. All right. Nathan LaFair, I'm surprised that the Mayor Johnson has been cited. He hasn't said anything about that these 10 teens trending. Tony Davison, Chicago, Illinois were going to be in some serious trouble. J.B. Priss is seriously putting us and all Leos in danger by doing this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Charlotte Matoy. All right. All right, Gerald Davis, what's going on? Live Uncut. Donna Carter. We have to. Let's get this thing on. Marty, it's about time for the police department put these kids in a cell to let them see how it feels because the parents not doing a good job. It's about time to put them in boot camp. Okay. Okay, LaCarrie Bakes, can you call in? LaCarrie Bakes, can you call in? Do me a favor. I need you to call in. Call in. I want to hear from you. LaCarrie Bakes, I want to hear from you. Call in. Was that Ra Winfield? Marcus Crockett? Barbara Cooper. It's a lot of these resources that have young children at home and they are teenagers and both families are involved in their life, my life. Side and father's side, I'm old school. I believe in that village. Okay. All right, we got a caller. All right, caller 0152. Come on with it.
Martin.
Hey, how you doing? Sound like Mark.
This is Marcus.
Oh, what's up, Marcus?
This is Marcus.
Oh, you called from another number. Hey, Marcus, what's going on?
Yeah, my other phone is low, but
Okay.
you know, I saw numerous of videos yesterday, and it's disturbing. I mean, I would have went down there, but you know, I'm dealing with my own personal issue right now. But it's disturbing, and I'm not gonna beat up on the parents. I'm a sort of attack these teenagers themselves. Your parents are out there working their day off for you to have something, and you go down to something like that. You know, they know now that those teen trends aren't what they say they're gonna be, because there's no real adult supervision. And because there is no real adult supervision, you have a small group that might be with that group that acts out. I saw several kids on somebody's live get locked up last night in front of me. I saw them get chased down like, I mean, what are you doing hanging out in a lot by Jules? I go over there all the time. There's a Jason's Deli. I don't know about a 7-Eleven. Somebody said a 7-Eleven got looted. But there's a Jason Deli, there's a Jules, and I believe there's a Walgreens over there. Why? And a Panda Express. Why would you go over there of all places? They're making it hard for themselves. They're going to create a situation, and then we're going to be on your show screaming racism. They're going to create a situation where they're going to be racially profiled every time they go into these areas, whether it be 31st Street Beach, the Loop, the mall, or whatever. It's a small group of people that's doing this, and some of them might be young adults that's doing this. And the question is, who's behind this teen trend, and are they being paid to set these events up, knowing that the chaos is going to break out so that they can pass some type of law and legally discriminate against Black people again? Our forefathers, I mean, my mother, God rest her soul, she marched in the civil rights movement in Mississippi, and they put their lives on the line. And these Black kids up here are acting ignorant and doing this stuff. I can't blame their parents all the way, but some of them parents are to blame because they haven't instituted no type of discipline in the household that would affect them when they leave away from them, knowing that if the parent has to come down to the police station, they know what's coming for them when they bring them home. They haven't instituted that type of discipline.
Any solutions?
Solutions. Parents need to quit being friends with their kids and be a friend and a parent at the same time. Take your kids out. A lot of these parents are not taking their kids out. They let their kids hang with their friends too much. They're not having no family time. That's my solution, because that's what my family did. They had family time. We weren't always with our friends. And I know this is a different area, different world now, but the principles, they need to bring back that old school village. And as far as you also said something about immigrants becoming police officers. Brandon Johnson, that is a disaster. That will be a disaster. That shouldn't go on at all. There's too many people out here without jobs that's citizens that want to be cops, but can't because it's a family-oriented thing. It ain't that people don't want to be police officers and firemen. Like all the city jobs, it's family-oriented. It's who you know that gets you where you want to go in Chicago, not what you qualified to do.
Wow. So you see something wrong with immigrants being police officers?
Yes, I sure do. I think it's going to be a disaster. And I'm gonna say this. Why I say this, Martin?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I was working for the Chicago Park District, and one of the rules is if you work for them, you can drive through another park. So I was coming from Lindblom Park, coming into Ogden Park, and I drove down the bike path. These two Chinese cops pulled me over and immediately pulled their guns on me. I'm in a full Park District uniform with my ID. Is it a death sentence for me driving down the bike path? And they ain't gonna lie to their lieutenant and say that I was speeding through the park. You drive a car through Ogden Park and see how fast you gonna go. Wow. So they don't understand us. And those foreigners are not gonna understand Black people. They're going to be shooting down Black people and in uniform. That's why I say it's a disaster. The whites ain't got nothing to worry about. It's the Black city.
But it's the white people that make it impossible.
I know they want it. Because they know that their time is numbered. We live in a wicked, bro. I don't want to take over your show.
Go ahead.
But we live in a wicked world. Everything is about money, right down to healthcare. They pretend like they care about your loved ones, but if that insurance ain't good enough, they'll let your loved ones die. So Michael Jackson said it in one of his songs. All I can say is they don't care about us. And that is the truth. They don't care about us. And if we don't care about ourselves, ain't nobody gonna care about us.
Do you think Black people taking this real serious?
Well, I mean, yeah, I do. But it's not enough of us taking it real seriously. But I do believe that we are taking it seriously. But we got to get back to dancing in the street. I'm not telling you to go tear up Neiman Marcus or none of that. But we got to quit protesting when people are off work, and we got to protest while they're at work. and tying up traffic and disrupting their lunch hour. All right. We got to get rougher than what we're getting rough. Not tear up our own neighborhood, but we got to go down there and disrupt the money. And when you shake up the money, you get things done.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, look at the cost of living in this city. It ain't getting lower, it's getting higher. And then they don't want to give people nothing. They say help is there, but you go for the help, and the help ain't there. It's getting worse and worse. And it's going to bust. It's going to, how should I put it? This volcano is going to explode. It ain't going to come up through the flute. The ground is going to explode. People are going to get tired of being treated any kind of way, being broke all the time, and they just going to go berserker on the ones that's coming at them, making these laws. It's going to be anarchy. It's coming.
What do you think about the law making non-citizens the police? What do you think about that? What's behind? What you think the 10 to 20 years ahead of time? What you think? What's the plan?
The plan?
Yeah.
Is to push. They're more afraid of us. They don't want to see us advance. They're afraid that we're going to do to them, to the ones who control, to the whites. They are afraid that we're going to do to them what they did to us. But let me say this, Black people have always been a God-fearing people. But when they're desperate and don't have anything is when they become violent. And they're tired of not having anything. So they become violent. 10 or 20 years from now, hiring foreigners to be police officers, guess who they're going to put them, guess who neighborhoods they're going to put them in. And they're doing it to push us out because they got a plan. They need police officers to not only police us, but to police those foreigners that they letting in. They pushing us out. They pushing us out of jobs. They already closed down the factories, sent them overseas to keep Black men from getting factory jobs. They took the trades out the high schools.
Mm-hmm.
They shut down certain colleges that was teaching trade. And to help Blacks, they want to push us off the map. And sad the part about it, a lot of Black people don't realize that. They want us dead, plain and simply.
They want us dead.
Yep.
All right, caller. We need some more. Hold on, Marcus. I just had a caller. They hung up. Let me just play the number back. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Who you think behind all this? The white people? Marcus?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, the white, the elite, the rich. I ain't talking about the little poor white. I'm talking about the rich, the billionaires that you don't see who are racist. A lot of them are racist. They control these so-called billionaire Black folks. And if them billionaire Black folks don't do what them trillionaire white folks tell them to do, they break them and they remind them who they are. That's who I think is behind this. And I also think they're behind the killing of a lot of these Black youth. And I also think it's somebody white behind these teen trends, knowing that these kids are going to act out. I just wish these Black kids would show them that we're smarter than that. But you always have that small group that go down there and want to act stupid. And that's what you saw last night, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was down there, man. It was just, I really didn't see them do anything, be honest with you, but right up down the street. Not saying they wasn't doing nothing, but I'm just saying that's what I observed. And it was okay. There was a lot of young people. I mean, they did Luke 7-11 going there and tie it up. So that's documented.
Wow.
They did that. So
is it a 7-Eleven over there by the Jewels or something?
It's all down Canal. Probably down Canal. I don't know where it was at. I don't know what 7-Eleven, but it happened.
Oh, I know where it's at. not far from that Portillo's. It's the gas station part.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a gas station and a 7-Eleven together. Wow. That one, that's a new one. That one,
Mm-hmm.
right over about the fire, where the fire department trained at, the
Mm-hmm.
fire academy.
Somebody talking crazy again. This troll, he'll never get on here. Benjamin Dover. Why you don't never call in, man? You're a troll. You never called in. Call in. I dare you to call in. I dare
Don't
you to
even waste
call
your
in.
breath entertaining.
Yeah, you're right, Marcus. These demons.
Don't even waste your time. That's what they want. They working for the devil. They agents of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Life is too short. Your life can go. I put it to you like this: every time you breathe in and out, that's your life. You lucky it's coming back in you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched my mother die right in front of me. All right, and she once told me, "You lucky every time you breathe in and out. That's your life going backwards and forwards into you. One day you're gonna breathe out, and you're not gonna breathe back in."
Mm.
I would say that to these young people: quit being followers and be the king. Young black boys, you are born to be kings. Be the leaders that God created you to be. You're not an in. You're not a savage. You're not a thug. You're not none of them terrible names that the music industry got you thinking you are. You are the product of God. He created you, and you have a purpose in life. And I can't tell you what that purpose is. Martin can't tell you what that purpose is. Only God and you know. You got to seek God, and He will show you what your purpose is. And your purpose is not out there acting stupid. That I will tell you. We are better people than that. And if you was running up and down the street, well, maybe the city, maybe Brandon need to open up these parks a little bit more for free. They talk about the kids riding motorbikes. You got all this land in this city, create a space where they can ride them at for free.
Safe space.
You create skate parks for the a safe space. You create skate parks for the white boys. Why can't you create something for blacks instead of taking it away? They took down the basketball rims up here at Fernwood Park. They took some of them down at Washington Park because the police didn't want to see black boys playing ball together. They didn't want no more Michael Jordan. That's what it was about. They pay somebody to shoot up the basketball court to make it look like it's a game what's going on. We know what's going on. We do. Those of us that's woke, we know what's going on.
You going in tonight, Marcus? You going in? I ain't have to say nothing.
I mean, I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers and solutions. But all I will say, one of the main solutions is our black youth are not stupid. They're smart. And if they would turn on that smartness that they have, they would turn this racist stuff that they created around overnight. And that's why they want to keep them blind and hating each other, because they saw it during the civil rights movement, how when the young black youth came together, stuff got done. That's how we put Harold Washington in office. And believe it or not, Brandon Johnson is in City Hall because of the young blacks. Anita Alvarez is gone because of the young blacks. Gary McCarthy was out of there because of the young black youth.
Mm-hmm.
Rahm Emanuel refused to run again because of the young black youth.
Hold it right there, Marcus. I got a new caller. Is that 0111? Come on, caller.
Hi, how you doing, Mike?
Good.
Okay, here's my thing. I'm 60 years old, and I remember when things in the city of Chicago for the youth was on and popping. We had rec centers, the parks had, we used to have modern dancing, and all this stuff was free. We had charm school. We had stuff to do. Now, a couple of weeks ago, thing where Brandon Johnson was on the news talking about the youth and the job. Well, here's my thing. Okay, this is a sanctuary city. That's fine. I'm not prejudiced, none of that. But my thing is, I used to feed the homeless, and they had to be in these shelters by a certain time. They had to be out of there by a certain time. How is it that you can get all these immigrants to come over here? You're gonna feed them. They don't feed the regular homeless people. They put them from up under Wacker Drive, if you can remember that. They
Mm-hmm.
couldn't be in the police stations. They will put them out the police station. But now, and these people that was born here, who families work and a lot of them work too. You know what I mean? They didn't have nowhere to wash up, but you tell them to look for jobs. But the immigrants is here. You got trucks coming up to get them a place to shower. You didn't get that to them. You didn't feed them, but the immigrants, you're giving them a place to stay. They have to be in by 11 o'clock at night. They get 3 squares a day, but yet you ain't got enough money in this city of Chicago to open up places for the youth, but yet you want to talk about the youth are out here doing this and doing that. What do you want them to do? My grandson put in for a summer job, want to work, a good kid, gonna be a senior. Okay, and he didn't even get picked for to do a summer job. So now he's been putting in application at all these fast foods. Ain't got a call yet. So thank God he's a good kid. But a lot of them ain't like that. So what are these young people supposed to do, Mark?
No, I'm here to listen to solutions. You have any solutions? What they supposed to do? Or I'm just asking
Yeah,
you.
I think that if you got money for that, open up some more jobs for these young people. You know, $15 an hour, and these kids still at home with their parents. That's not bad. Open up some more youth centers like it used to be to give these kids a chance to do something. Okay, I go to church and I see these music groups. Open up some places where they can go and do some stuff for free. Like, you want to learn how to play a guitar? Come on, we got some guitars over here at this right son. You want to know how to play the drum? Because, you know, a lot of churches hire people to play these instruments and stuff, okay? Now, if you want to know how to play the keyboard, come on over here. We got a program over here for free where you can learn how to play the keyboard.
Right.
And let it get some of these kids off the streets from doing nothing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
So, do you think locking them up is a good solution?
No, no, because my thing is if you had something for them to do, they just ain't got nothing to do. And a lot of them kids, I think, they go down for these trend things. They're not bad kids. They just want to kick it and hang out, which I think is dangerous, me being an adult, because every time something like that happens, 9 times out of 10, some nitwit come with a gun and get into it with somebody else, and then they cause chaos. But no, would you lock them up and then do what with them?
Mm. Okay.
You ain't gonna hold them in there for a long period of time.
Not at all.
What you gonna charge them with? But there's more money being spent if you can keep them in there, which you could have used that same money to invest in their future.
No, the future they got for them is jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want. They banking on
But
jail.
right, but it should not be though. And we as black people, I don't understand why we can't get out and protest for something like that. Where we at for that? I thought Black Lives Matter. Is it that it only matters when a police or somebody white shoot and kill a black person?
Mm.
Where's that movement at, Mark?
You gotta ask them.
Where they at? I mean, you don't hear nothing from them unless somebody get killed by the police.
Mm. Well, what do you think about
Mm-hmm.
the non-citizens becoming police officers?
Well, I don't think if they're not citizens, how they gonna patrol the city? And just like with that, they hear which ain't okay. They trying to escape from where they at. We are too. Damn. I mean, it's bad in the city of Chicago for black people too. You know, so where we gonna run to? Nowhere.
Mm.
But no, I don't think right now they should be. Most of them don't even speak English. You know, I see them at these police stations and stuff. They hang out outside. They playing ball, and you cannot tell me that all the ones that's here don't have some type of relative here. But how they gonna police? I mean, right now you have to have, if you want to be a police officer in Chicago, you have to have at least 2 years of college. So they're
Correct.
gonna send them all to college.
That's a good
Come
question.
on, somebody.
Preach that. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
That's a
Yeah,
good
And
tell,
shame
tell
the
the truth and
devil.
shame the devil. That's right. That's right. You think some people they ain't gonna have no college degree or nothing like that, but they probably wouldn't mind becoming a police officer. See, they tried to make it harder so the black people, because they know a lot of us didn't have no college. You know, so you can't be one of us because you ain't got no college.
Oh wow.
Oh no, get this.
She's
You
saying
know,
she's saying a
but
mouthful on here.
why, huh?
I said you saying a mouthful on here.
Right. So why wouldn't
Yeah.
why? I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, why we ain't doing nothing about it? Why we ain't marching?
Mm.
Yeah, Brandon Johnson got in there, but what is he doing? So everybody's so worried about these immigrants. Y'all opening up all these damn schools. Excuse me. Y'all
Mhm.
opening up all these schools that's been closed down. Y'all finding money for it, but before they came here, they was just sitting there. And y'all paying the money
We
for them little steel things to be on the doors and the windows. Now they coming off because these people need somewhere to stay.
hold it right there. I got a new caller. I believe that's
Okay.
8371. Hey caller.
How you doing, Brother Martin? This is Brother 10 Speed. Getting into what's happened today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I have noticed, Brother Martin, is these immigrants, remember, they're only in democratic states. And all these democratic states are talking about promoting them to become police officers. Not just police officers, but also business owners. And they're going to do this to replace young black people. I said it years ago. They bringing them in here to replace us because most of the young black people are not buying into the Democratic Party. So they're coming in to replace them to get that vote, and then they're going to buy them, put them in the neighborhood and buy them. So when they bring them into the black neighborhood, that means that there's no longer a black community. And as long as all these baby boomers, everybody keep voting Democrat, we're going to lose. Every time you vote Democrat, you see what happened to Johnson. We voted him in. And this man is ignoring all these things. Like example, I had a flood in my basement up in the west side. My neighbor, she just threw out some things just now. And we're not hearing anything about money for these folks that's losing things. So what we are hearing is funds to come up for the immigrants. I wasn't too cool, Lightfoot, but I would rather have anybody than this Brandon dude right here. This dude is the actual go along, get along Democrat dude. He's not for Chicago. He is for the Democrats and gentrification. This is what's going on. So I will this time be voting for Donald Trump. It's not about whether he's racist or not, but about I like him. But strategically, if he's saying he's going to send these people back, that's all I need because we're not going to win with the Democrats. But at least we get some breathing air because you can see so-called racist white people in charge. They're going to do the right thing. Get those people. Because it's mentality. But as long as you got everybody in the Democratic Party and we still got these people, the community is going to lose. Those immigrants in that police station, they are going to be our new bosses 5 years from now. And they're going to be the new owners, the policemen. They're going to give them everything free. Meanwhile, Black America will still keep voting Democrat, my brother.
Hey, Martin.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I just listened to that man, and he sounds foolish to me, telling me about voting for Donald Trump. I mean, that has nothing to do with the tea in China. You know, that man is a criminal.
They all
justice
criminals.
assault. He's a
Okay,
straight up criminal.
Can I respond, please?
Yes, you may.
Okay, my sister. You're looking at things from an emotional point of view.
No, it is what it is.
Let me finish.
Because see, if you had a deal, hold on, brother. Because if you had a deal what he did, they would have been locked your ass. Oh, there I go again. Excuse me. They would have been locked you up. You know what I'm saying? That man is corrupt. He is one of the 1%ers. Listen to what I'm saying. Back in the day, you know, the country is being ran by 1%ers. Okay. Now you used to didn't know who the 1%ers was. Now Trump got in there, and now he didn't expose everybody. And they don't like that. But he's a criminal, a straight up criminal. And that makes people leery about people that think like you just want to put a criminal over the country.
Let me just give a little response.
Okay. Hold it real quick. Hold it real quick. Let me let this new caller get in real quick. 9433.
Okay.
9433. Go ahead, caller.
No, I just want to say, yeah, Brandon Johnson did get in there, but we got to give him time enough to clean up the city because of what Lori did. Lori made a mess, a big mess. Lori brought the immigrants up here. So you have to give a person time enough to clean up the city. He just can't do it overnight.
He gave that 150. He gave that $51 million overnight.
So come on, somebody.
And neighborhoods like this was starving. He didn't give it to anyone or Rosa.
But listen, I asked my alderman. I asked my alderman why did they vote for that, and she told me that Brandon asked him say that he needed 26 aldermen to vote for him. So that's the only reason why they voted, because he was a new mayor coming in there. But she don't know what the heck they were going to do when that 51 million is gone, because they wasn't going to vote for no more money.
But they don't.
So there you go with that.
This city is also ran off of. This city is ran off of money and politics. Tony Tech people live right down the street from me. Right down the street from me. I see her every day. I'm looking dead in her face. Every day.
We're a democratic city.
This city is ran off of money.
This country ran off of money.
Ran off of money. And you ain't got to be no Democrat.
And God we trust.
No, right. This city is ran off of dirty politicians. I'm just gonna put it out there. Their hand is in the cookie jar. They don't care about us.
Listen, let me say, they don't care about us. You're right, but strategy-wise, this is how we got to look at things. Strategy.
They don't care. They don't care about us.
They never cared about us. Never. But
and Trump didn't care about us either.
Come on.
Don't care about us, but
Trump didn't care about us either.
Here's the thing about it. Neither one of them love us. We understand that. We don't need to love. But what I'm saying is, if Trump can get these people out of our community, that's the only thing that's not. Because guess what? If he don't do it, 5 years from now, they're going to own the neighborhood and they're going to be policemen. So we don't care about whether he likes us or not. We don't care how criminal he is. We want him to do that job.
Trump knew how to play his cards. So he wants you to believe that he's going to get those people. Let me say this. He wants you to believe that he's going to get those people out of our community, right? That man showed time after time that he didn't give a damn about black people with the remarks he made on national TV. So how can you tell a black person to vote for that man and then tell the black people that they're emotional but saying they're not going to vote for that racist? He wasn't going to get them out of there. It's the people like Trump over here.
And guess what, Marcus? And guess what, Marcus? We had a lot of black people vote for Trump. It was a lot of black people.
All the men said they voted for Trump in the barbershop.
Oh yeah. It was a lot of people voted for Trump. A lot of our black people voted for Trump.
Yeah, well, it don't make no difference what color you are. To me, right is right and wrong is wrong, and that man is a criminal. You know what I'm saying? And he's racist. But
it doesn't matter about him. You keep saying racist. They all racist.
Okay, well, first of all, here, check this out. Okay, well, check this out. You know, we as a set of people. We have to care about ourselves before we want somebody else to care about us. Now, when you listen at the news or the media, anybody, they never say about the poor people. They always talk about the middle class. Okay? I live in Inglewood. This is not really no middle class. So even the president, Obama, he just talk about the middle class. You never hear him talking about the poor. But in the one year, God was Trump. But it also said,
you gotta deal with the emotions. You want to show love. None of them love us. We want to use it strategically. It ain't about love.
Hold on, I got a new caller.
If Donald Trump gets
10 speed, let the new caller come in. The new caller is 3268. Go ahead. Benjamin, I'm gonna block you in a minute. What's going on, Roosevelt?
Hey, I have something to say about I'm just tuning into the show, and I have something to say about the gentleman who said that he was going to vote for Trump. You know what? Whatever he said, those are my sentiments exactly. Because I can understand either party, Democrat or Republican, might not love us as Black people. But now is a time with these people coming into Chicago, not only Chicago, but New York and all over. And I think that they're going to be the replacement for Black people. Anytime that these people could come in and get much more benefits than you and I can get, and they want to actually teach these people, actually deputize these people, no training, to be police officers. In other words, put them in your community and rule over you and maybe kill you or something. I mean, you see that it's happening somewhat already, because look at what happened in the whole situation on 64th Street at the old Wadsworth School. How they, when the police came, they only locked up the elderly Black residents. It didn't touch I'm going to, everybody, please stop calling them immigrants. Call them exactly what the heck they are: illegal migrants or illegal aliens. That's exactly what they are, because they came over here illegally and they did not do the whole situation right. So they broke the law to begin with. But if you and I will break the law and everything, would do that, and we'd be sitting in jail. And to the young lady who called Trump a criminal, yeah, that might be true. But look at certain things that Biden has done. One thing is, it seems like anytime Trump has done something wrong, it seems like they go put it all in the media, but no one's talking about Joe Biden's past, how he sexually molested women, and how he even sexually molested his own daughter. Who the heck takes a shower with their own daughter? And how he did other things that's wrong. But no one, ever. And he's a racist. He even used the N-word down on the Senate floor. He voted for the sentencing differences in between rock cocaine and powder cocaine. That's why you get longer in jail for rock cocaine than you do powder cocaine. It's all because of him. He voted on the three strikes you're out. As a matter of fact, he wrote the three strikes you're out bill on the 94 crime bill and helped to pass it under Clinton. But no one talks about all of the sins of Joe Biden. No, all of the sins, even of Kamala Harris. Oh Lord, we're not going to get into what that stupid broad has done. But I mean, but everybody they focus so much on Trump, and I feel that what the gentleman said is true. That anytime people talk about Trump or something, it's never a logical argument. It's much more out of emotion than anything, because everybody talk about, oh man, Trump's a racist, Trump is this, Trump is that. But
I feel like he's a criminal. It ain't so much as him being racist. He's a criminal. Let me tell you something. A friend of mine's brother got locked up over. Okay, that's fine. But I ain't saying he all that. The one thing he did do. Let me tell you something. One thing that he did do. A friend of mine's brother been locked up for 30 years from way back in the day, getting caught up for selling drugs. He was going to have to spend the rest of his life in jail, which, nowadays people can go to jail for drugs, conspiracy and stuff, and they get out. 30 years this boy did. So we signed petitions and stuff. Obama didn't let him out. Trump did let him out before he left. And they come there and they got out of jail. Got a brand new 23 car, got a nice job. You know what I'm saying? So Trump did do, so don't get me wrong, he did do that.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, but Biden only wants to keep people in jail. What's right about that?
Some of y'all need to be in there.
Roosevelt, can I jump in?
Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. Roosevelt. Roosevelt.
Let me explain something.
Roosevelt.
Let me explain something, Roosevelt. Ain't none of them, and I'm going to go on the record for saying it. I done shot pictures of Joe Biden. Ain't none of them white presidents for us. And Obama wasn't too much for us, but that was some good Obama did.
Come on, say that.
But let me tell you this. Black people did not have a candidate that was strong enough to beat Joe Biden, that would have been strong enough to beat a Republican. We always wait to the last minute, just like we waited to the last minute in the city of Chicago. We do not have a Harold Washington. Obama was the Harold Washington of our era. We don't have a Harold Washington running for president. Right now, we need to be sitting back, strategizing, and getting a black man up there to run for the White House who's going to be fair to everybody, because these white presidents ain't fair to us. And we have to realize that the rich don't give a damn about the poor. They will let you die if you ain't got the money. They'll let you die in order to save your life. They will let you die. That's why these kids are out here dying. And I guess they say, hey, you want to bring illegal immigrants over here? I guess the teenagers said, hell, you teach us in school, excuse me, Martin, for cussing. You teach us in school to be good, but you're breaking your own law. Let's go downtown and let's have a ball, because you're making us pay for everything in our neighborhood. So now, wake up, Chicago. Wake up, America, because this is not only going on in Chicago with the teen trend, this is going on nationwide. And these kids are trying to tell y'all something. And y'all politicians ain't listening. Y'all preachers ain't listening. Ain't nobody listening. And for the person that wrote in and said, I'm always talking, I move under the radar. I've helped a whole lot of young people under the radar. I don't go on Facebook Live when I do it. I just do it out of the kindness of my heart, the way I was raised. I don't have to prove it to nobody. Get up and do something. Talk to these kids, and you can stop them before they get downtown. And fight these politicians who are letting all these illegals over here, and then blaming black people when they cry out for help, talking about they don't want to work. It's a whole lot of black people out here who want to work. They don't want to work no little minimum wage job that can barely pay bills. We all want to own our own homes. People are tired of paying sky-high rent. So make it affordable for them to own their own home and live in their community, and their kids can play outside like they're supposed to. Because it's neighborhoods here in Chicago that don't experience gun violence. Trust me. Go further north and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Come on. You know what? I found out. You find out a lot when you go to these.
Hold on. Let me say the number real quick, okay? I'm letting y'all go in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Okay, go ahead. You can call in, people. The number's on the screen. Go ahead.
Okay, this is what I found out at this last meeting, talking with the alderman assistant. Do you know in Inglewood, they have a program with millions and millions of dollars to help people to get a house? Well, only thing about it is that ain't no developers coming into Inglewood to build these houses. Lori Lightfoot ended up giving like $20 or $15 more million for this program, knowing darn well that ain't nobody coming over here. So why would you take all that money and put it in the program and ain't even being worked? How can we get developers, you think, to come over here and start building? Because, see, right now, only thing they doing is the people losing their properties over here, and the Mexicans coming in and they buying it all.
They're giving it to them.
Yeah, the other day, I came out my front door here. It was some hens and chickens across the street from my damn house like I was in the South.
You know where that come from?
And they came through the lot. And they act like they was like grazing lights, and then they turned around. They knew what they did. That they went through the alley and went back around the corner to their house. I ain't never and I've been in Inglewood all my life, and I ain't never seen such.
I don't call them illegal immigrants. I call them documents.
Who?
Mm.
You call them who?
I call them documents. I don't call them no illegal immigrants because they all over begging, they hustling you for money, and they all in the aid office, but they won't give us no benefits. And I think that is totally wrong because I'm a taxpayer. I pay taxes, and I feel like if I can't go get no benefits, something is wrong. But y'all,
Well, let me ask y'all something. So we on Martin's show doing this talking, Joe Jacket. So we as a set of people, what are we gonna do about it?
Nothing.
We need to
Just sit back and talk about it amongst one another.
Nobody can get it.
Maybe go beat up some illegal immigrants.
No.
then you going to jail.
If they're at the aid office, hear me out. If they're at the aid office or the Social Security office and they're not a legal citizen, shut that damn place down. If you can't give it to the legal citizens, you ain't giving it to nobody.
That's right.
Shut it down. Because
That's right.
I mean, that's owed to Americans. And I'm quite sure some cold, hard white folks would agree with me. Shut it down. If you can't give it to Americans, you don't give it to nobody. We work for that. See, people don't understand this, Martin. Some black people always talk about black people wanting handouts. First of all, they talk about our ancestors. Our ancestors paid the price. We shouldn't have to work a day in our life because they paid the price, right?
Right.
Now, it's time for the great-grandchildren to go make a withdrawal when they fall on hard times. If you're a worker and you paid into this system and you fall on hard times, go to your savings account, which is the federal government, who you make a deposit and make a withdrawal. That's your money. All you black people talking about black people want handouts, all I'm going to say is wake the hell up. It's kindergarten. It's elementary. Wake up. That's your money. That ain't Biden's money. That ain't Trump's money. That's our money that we put into their banks.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right. What you say, recess is over.
Mark is going hard tonight. I'm
Recess
silent.
is over with.
For their retirement money. They don't even want to give people their retirement money. They're taking black people home, giving it to these Mexicans. I'm sorry. I'm not racist toward Mexicans. All right. I don't hate other people. I'm a loving person. But
me too.
You're taking what I look like feeding my neighbor's dog and don't feed my dog. What you think my dog gonna look at me and do? I'm going there tonight.
Come on.
Well, why would I feed somebody else's kids and my kids in the house?
And your kids hungry.
That don't make sense. Feed your family first. So America needs to take care of its own homeless, its own poor, so they open up their gates and let other people in who are going to bring drugs, who say they fleeing from their country. They're coming over here taking the American money, building their country up, and buying their property over here.
Well, Mark,
yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Racism is
how is it that what do we as a people have to do to get in to talk to the mayor, since he jumped on the boat talking about this a sanctuary city, to let him know how people feel?
We got to raise hell. We got to meet with him and raise hell.
That's what I'm saying. How do you... Okay.
Some of us going to have to get our hands dirty.
No, we got.
Well, I'm ready.
You could make an appointment with Mayor Daley. Make an appointment with Mayor Brandon. Tell him to meet with the community. Don't send no listeners out. We want him at the meeting. We want him to hear us. And if we're angry, if we're cussing mad, then he should sit there and hear it and go back to the drawing board and figure out how do he satisfy the citizens of his city, the ones who were born and raised in this city, who have tried to get the same city jobs, who have tried to get the same city resources, and you're not giving it to them. And I'm not blaming this one mayor. He inherited this problem.
All of them inherited.
Created.
All of them inherited something.
Too. Harold Washington inherited too. It's you
Right,
can't fix
because-
this over.
Because my thing is they keep bringing the people on buses. Well, hell, turn them buses around and take them back where they came from.
Yeah, send them back home.
I mean, we got enough. Let's try to deal with what we got going on right now to the steady edge.
Mm-hmm.
They cut people food stamps, $95. Then the fucking $95 because the pandemic was over with, but yet the prices went up and didn't come back down, but you cut the money, but now you going to feed all these people.
Yeah.
Oh,
They took it
Something
away
ain't
from us
right.
and gave it to them.
Right, something ain't right with this picture now.
What y'all gonna do?
So,
about
but
it?
I tell you this: if we start walking in stores and taking what we want to take, and the people who work in the stores
Well,
say, we're not gonna stop you,
Mm.
and they ain't get
Well,
that money
That's what
back.
it's going to come down to.
They ain't got enough jails to put us all in.
Mm.
Well, you
The
know, your
American
people want to play
rise up.
Captain Hero.
No, when the American people rise up and say they ain't taking this shit no more, the politicians gonna wake up. It's gonna take blacks and whites and legal Mexicans who are over here to come together and not let this race, this color thing divide us. Because it's the poor blacks, the poor whites, the poor people in general is affected by these policies.
That's right.
Not the
That's
rich.
right.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Hold
Not the
on.
rich.
Yeah, hold it 1 second. This conversation did not go left. We have two subjects. We talking about the teens trending and about non-citizens becoming police. So it's not. So it's political. It's both. Okay, I just want to let the people know.
And that's what's causing these teens to trend. Because they ain't got nothing.
They ain't got nothing to do.
Tired of
That's
seeing
what
their
I said.
grandparents cry. They're tired of seeing their mothers working and fathers working 3 jobs. And then young men going to drugs because the odds are against them. Let's face it. Some black people don't want to admit that racism is the main culprit of this, but it is. It's racism. And it's coming from the billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about what the teens are doing. Maybe this should be happening every day and all over.
It's happening in every city, Roosevelt. We just seeing it in Chicago.
Yes, we are.
It's happening in Mississippi too.
And like Marcus said, these teens is tired. Yeah, they tired of seeing their parents work 2 jobs. And basically, you got to work 2 jobs just
But
to
you know-
survive.
Or 3.
But you know what? I look at it as we as a people ought to be able to try to split black men, you know, to get their head on straight, and us women, we need to be able to talk to these young people and just talk to them because see, we killing one another. If we and we some of the smartest people it is on this earth.
Yeah.
These black kids go to jail and they become so darn resourceful. They're like that on the street. You know, they talk about respect. Okay, you can call me a bitch if you want to. I don't give a damn. Because that ain't my name. It ain't what you call, it's what you answer to. Oh, you got to show me respect. Who the heck is you?
All right. Okay, people. Let's go back to the young people real quick. Then we're gonna end it up. It's gonna be an hour because I gotta get up early in the morning. But I just want to go live. I've been missing you guys. Let's go back on the young people again. Well, somebody give me some real solutions. I mean, about the young people. What's up? I mean, what's really going on?
Well, I think there's no one solution. I think parents, the schools, the community as a whole is going to have to embrace these young people. But most important, and I tell people this,
Mm-hmm.
I can pray for you all day long, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can read the scripture to you, but
Come
you
on.
got to pray for yourself, and you got to read the word for yourself. So my advice to the young people, well, you can have all these resources, but you got to take the step yourself to utilize those resources.
But
And
they
I
don't know
want
how.
part of this.
They don't know how.
They do. Oh, they do. A baby knows how to do certain things that a parent don't teach it. Nature teaches you. God will lead you. Ain't no right from wrong. You got to want to do right.
Well, you know what? I pray every day, and when I pray, I ask God to forgive those that don't know. Because sometimes some people just don't know. You can have people,
Well,
even
no.
with the, even with the adults, you can say, "Yeah, I trust God, I believe in God," but do you really in your heart? Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And if they ain't heard about the word, they don't know nothing about it because their parents are young. Their parents ain't in church. When I grew up, we ain't have no other choice but to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, these
That is
parents,
true.
they're young. So
Well,
they
I'ma
out
tell
here
you this.
kicking it with their kids.
I'm gonna tell you this: the church has been demonized too much around these young people. You got all these false religions out here saying that God don't exist. And let me say this: I know Santa Claus is a myth, right? But we took Santa Claus, we took the Easter Bunny from the little kids. We took their imagination from them. So you take away the imagination, you take away hope. Give them some type of hope. Even if they're not real, then you teach them at a certain age that this character ain't real. I was your Santa Claus. I was your Easter Bunny. I was the one that left a quarter under your pillow. There's no family. We got to bring back this family. And just because you're a single parent don't mean that you can't have family time with your children.
That's
Quit letting
right.
your kids hang with your friends all the time.
Right.
Show your kids that you love them, and they'll love you back, and they'll do stuff that won't hurt you.
But see, these parents are so young nowadays with these young kids. And then the grandparents, these people that are grandparents are still young themselves. So they still out here kicking it, dressing half naked, going to the club. It ain't like when my grandmother was a grandmother.
You're right. They got to grow up.
So right.
I don't know what to say about that one.
Oh, come on now. It's a whole lot of
Because
difference.
there's no more big mamas these days.
That's what I'm talking about. Because Big Mama is Little Mama now. In the club, juking.
Dropping it like it's hot. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right.
I don't know what to say about that, but yeah.
All right, people, we're gonna stop it. I'll let you guys rattle off or rally. We're gonna stop right here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I just wanna
All right, just Pepsi Mama signing out, Martin.
Sister, you gonna let me talk? You just over talk me. I sit here and listen. Everybody talk and cutting nobody off or nothing. I'm just trying to see where your minds are at with these things going on. It's a lot of going on in the city of Chicago. It's a whole lot going on. So I thank you guys for tuning in. This is Live Uncut. Continue to write in the comments. Appreciate you guys. Non-citizens should not be our law enforcement ever. I agree with that totally. All right. The mayor. Why isn't the mayor Brandon on this program? Wow. All right, people, got to get out of here. You already know what it is. What is it? Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I love being Good night, black. People. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Oh, I got sleepy.